There's a blog born every half second. Just think about how long we've been sitting here this morning and how many blogs have been created out there in the world. And one of the last lines about we are the machine and we are teaching the machine, things have definitely changed because I thought machines were supposed to teach us, and now we're actually teaching machines. So things are a bit different, as we've been hearing about today. And if you think about all of this, it goes back to probably the core of marketing and the most important type of marketing. And it was also mentioned earlier today. And what's that? Word of mouth. Remember the days when you would pick up the telephone and you would speak to perhaps 2 or 4 or 6 people? You would tell them an experience you had, hopefully a great experience at a Starwood hotel. Perhaps it was a poor experience at a hotel or an airline or a restaurant. I actually showed this slide to my niece a couple of weeks ago, and she said, "Uncle Daniel, what's that?" And I think she'd actually be more comfortable with a mouse and the ability to use that mouse to now talk to dozens, hundreds, or even thousands of people about an experience that she had. And what about video and digital photography? And how it seems that everywhere in the world now, people have their digital cameras, they're taking pictures, they're uploading pictures. Before you know it, there's pictures on the web. And so what's our role in all of this? As people are talking to one another online, people are sharing their information. I think our role is to listen in and to see and to hear what it is that people are saying about our products and how we can learn as a result of that. And how can we be better marketers? By giving our customers what they want, by knowing what they want, by listening in to what they're saying online. These are some of the sites that have been mentioned today, and I'm sure there's many others. And if we were sitting here in 6 months or 8 months or a year from now, we'd all probably be familiar with websites that we don't even know about now. Or maybe we're just hearing about now and we're thinking, that's not for me. I wouldn't use that site. Well, for me personally, I use TripAdvisor a lot, I use Flyer Talk a lot, and I use YouTube. And those are 3 examples that I'm going to give this morning. Clearly, our customers are in control. We've heard that and we've seen that. And I think something that really drove this home for me last year was when Time Magazine ranked the Person of the Year as you. Yes, you. You control the information age. Welcome to your world. It wasn't a sports figure, a political figure, an entertainer. It was you. It was us. The Person of the Year in Time Magazine. Things are definitely changing. When I moved to London, I realized as a Canadian that I needed to learn a little bit about Europe. I needed to learn a little bit of the hotels that I was going to market. And one hotel that I wanted to look at was the Sheraton Park Tower, which is a luxury collection hotel based in Knightsbridge. And I wanted to learn everything I could about this hotel, as I did about all of our other hotels. And when I went into Flyer Talk, there was one common thread that came out very quickly about the Sheraton Park Tower. Unrivaled views of London. Beautiful view. Butler rooms have magnificent views of London. Get a high-floor room, better views. Best part was the view, expansive and unobstructed view of London. The view was stunning. It was worth paying that extra for the magnificent view. These could go on and on. These are just some of the quotes that I took out of Flyer Talk on this one hotel. And this was actually my favorite quote because it was one customer telling thousands of potential other customers, spend money on this. Think about how powerful that is when a customer is telling someone else who they don't even know that this is worth spending money for, and how much more valuable that is than even the hotel saying to spend money for it. I then went to TripAdvisor, and again I saw numerous reviews on the hotel. In this case, there were 90 reviews posted for the Park Tower Hotel in London. And the quote in this review, we had a gorgeous room with a window seat that looked out over the city. Our 8th floor room gave us a view of London Eye, Big Ben, and Westminster Abbey. This customer even posted a picture of the view that they had from London. Now, the Park Tower is a nice hotel. It's a great hotel, and our marketing was really fantastic for it. But what we didn't understand was actually how powerful that view was for our customers and how much that stood out in our customers' minds. As a result of seeing this, we've actually taken our own branded websites. This is an example of what we call, it's a piece of what we call our special offers page, where we have offers that we think are relevant to our customers based on what they're looking for. And in the center of the screen, we have an offer which offers stunning views, a dedicated butler floor, complimentary breakfast, etc. And if you click it, you actually see what the view is from the hotel, and it talks about that experience you can have. Now, this almost sounds like common sense. As David mentioned this morning, I was laughing when he said common sense because that's what this is. But how many of us are actually doing this? We think we're doing good jobs, and maybe we are doing good jobs marketing. But sometimes it's not until we hear what is really standing out in the customer's mind and taking that back into our marketing that we're able to do initiatives such as this. And in this case, the customer can actually reserve the view. The other customer on Flyer Talk who stayed at the hotel said, spend the extra money on this view if you can. Now we're able to fulfill that promise and close the circle by giving customers the ability to reserve that view. And I often get asked how I feel about the time that we're in terms of where we are in this world of Web 2.0, or is it called Web 2, or is it Web 3, these social networking times, all of these examples that you're seeing today of things that we're doing on the web. And when I think about how I feel, I have that feeling in the gut of my stomach that feels like you're on I would call this a moving sidewalk, except I was corrected the other day that you all don't use the word sidewalk here. So I think this would be perhaps a moving escalator or a moving walkway, you know, those things that you get on at the airport. And you stand on them, and then you start walking. And you realize that you're actually moving faster than you're walking. It's that feeling that, to me, resonates where we are right now, that we're actually moving faster than we're walking. Clearly, our time is now. And I encourage you all to use all of these websites that we're talking about that are out there to find out what your customers really want and use that to be able to give them what they want. Thank you.